As you know, I am obsessed by unity. This obsession was with me during the last European Council, but in fact it has been with me since the first days of my work in Brussels. This is why I rejected the idea of removing Greece from the Eurozone in 2015. And this is also why I pursued a common position of the EU vis-à-vis Russia during the conflict in Ukraine. For many months, I was building agreement among the 27 in order to give Prime Minister Cameron arguments to stay in the EU, even though this meant that each of the 27 had to make a sacrifice. Unfortunately, this was not enough for the Brits. After Brexit, I worked towards creating unity of the 27 in the negotiations with the United Kingdom. We have shown, also during the last European Council, that no one can divide the 27 in these negotiations. Striving for unity is also the main reason for creating the leaders' agenda. Last Friday, all the leaders agreed that the priority for them is unity among 27. This was voiced in unison. On this most important issue to me, we reached full understanding right from the start. The leaders' agenda invalidated a dangerous assumption that together we can only stand still and that we can only move forward when we divide. It is about reconciling dynamism and unity, about being ambitious and staying together at the same time. This, of course, does not rule out enhanced cooperation as the last resort, open to all and in accordance with the treaties. My intention is to build on what connects, not on what divides. But it doesn't mean that we shouldn't stand up with courage to the issues that are or could be divisive, so that we can find common solutions to them. Following the publication of the Five Presidents' report, no one should have any doubts what we need to do. Everything is crystal clear. The problem is Member States' conflicting interests. One of the first effects of the leaders' agenda is the agreement to find potential solutions in the nearest possible future despite these differences. I will do everything in my power to take the first very concrete steps by June towards establishing the European Monetary Fund and strengthening the stability of the banking union. I still believe that it is possible. In June, it will become clear if I am an incurable optimist. But one thing I can promise you today. If we don't reach agreement by June, I will say precisely why it wasn't possible and who is responsible. As for the Brexit negotiations, we have managed to build and maintain unity among the 27. But ahead of us is still the toughest stress test. If we fail it, the negotiations will end in our defeat. We must keep our unity regardless of the direction of the talks. The EU will be able to rise to every scenario as long as we are not divided. It is in fact up to London how this will end, with a good deal, no deal, or no Brexit. But in each of these scenarios, we will protect our common interest only by being together. We continue to look for the best way towards a Europe that is united, solidary and sovereign.